As I went home on a Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside the door, where my old horse should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that horse outside the door, where my old horse should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a lovely sow that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a saddle on a sow, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat behind the door, where my old coat should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that coat behind the door, where my old coat should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a woolen blanket that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but buttons in a blanket, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a pipe upon the chair, where my old pipe should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that pipe upon the chair, where my old pipe should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a lovely tin whistle that my mother sent to me. Well, there's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but tobacco in a tin whistle, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Thursday night, as drunk could be, I saw two boots beneath the bed, where my old boots should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns them boots beneath the bed, where my old boots should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. They're two lovely geranium pots me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but laces in geranium pots I never saw before. And as I went home on a Friday night, as drunk could be, I saw a head inside the bed, where my old head should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me, who owns that head with you in the bed, where my old head should be? You're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a baby boy that me mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travelled 100 miles or more, but a baby boy with his whiskers on I never saw before.
Well, in the merry month of May, now from me home I started, left the girls and two, I'm nearly broken-hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smothered enough to reap the corn and leaf, for I was born, got a stout black sword, a banished ghost, and goblets, a brand new pair of brogues to rock the love of the bogs and frighten all the dogs on the rocky road. It's a double of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the hare and turn them down the rocky road, and all the ways to double and make for all the da. In Mullingar that night I rested limbs so weary, started by daylight next morning light, and there he took a drop of the pure to keep me heart and drink, and that's the paddy's cure. When there he's on for drinking, they hear the lassie smile, laughing all the while at me curious style to touch a heart above, and he asked me was I hired and wages I required till I was almost tired of the rocky road. It's a double and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn them down the rocky road, and all the way to Double and McFallallyda. In Double and next arrived, I thought it such a pity to be so soon deprived of view of Dublin City. Then I took a stroll all among the quality bundle, it was stowel in a neat locality. Something crossed me mind when I looked behind, no bundle could I find upon me stick. Go on inquiring after the rogue, said me Conneth brogue, it wasn't much in vogue on the rocky road. To Double and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt a hare and turn them down the rocky road, and all the ways to Double and McFallallyda. From there I got away, me spirits never failing, landed on the quay just as the ship was sailing. Captain at me road said that no room had he. When I jumped aboard a cabin crew for Paddy, down among the pigs, did some hearty rigs and played some hearty jigs. The water round me bubbling when I fully had, I wished myself was dead or better far instead. 3-4-5. Up the hill and turn and down the rocky road, and all the ways to double and make for Lully-da. The boys of Liverpool, when we safely landed, called myself the fool. I could no longer stand it, blood began to boil. Temper I was new as and poured all there in Zyle. They began abusing hurrah me, so says I, Shillelagh, I'll apply. Galway boys were by, and so I was a hobbling with the lowest hooray. The giant in the affray quickly cleared the way for the rocky road to double and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road, and all the ways to double and back for Lully-da.
Oh, Maggie, give me one more chance. I swear I'll make everything right. Oh, Maggie, can I have this dance? Please stay. Hey, hey, tonight. Walking down Broadway in the blinding light, the city is ringing in my ears, trying to work out how a few months turned into years. She cradles the young ones by the fireside, smoldering embers among tears, collects a few bob-eyes and each fortnight I'm in arrears, and she fears, and I said, oh Maggie, give me one more chance. I swear I'll make everything right. Oh Maggie, can I have this dance? Please stay. Hey, hey, tonight. Millions of people on these crowded streets. I've never felt so all alone. Longing to see her is all that's keeping me going. Oh Maggie, if only you would understand, being apart can set us free. It's just taking longer than I ever thought it could be. Oh, believe me when I say, oh Maggie, give me one more chance. I swear I'll make everything right. Oh Maggie, can I have this dance? Please stay. Hey, hey, tonight. And I said, oh Maggie, give me one more chance. I swear I'll make everything right. Oh Maggie, can I have this dance? Please say, hey. Oh Maggie, give me one more chance. I swear I'll make everything right. Oh Maggie, can I have this dance? Please stay. Hey, hey, tonight.
Listen, we have a little song. It's a little bit of fun. We want you all to join in and have the crack with this one, because the song tells the story of the great resilient Irish people, you see, and the story is called You'll Never Beat the Irish. Go on, everybody, go on. In 1167 greedy bands. Took the land of Ulster, killed the chieftains, pies and plunder. Orlando, vagabond, hid away, cheating, stealing, dilly and delay. Ducking, diving, vagabond, hid away, dilly and the dilly and delay. By fraud and affected titles, the cheated Connaught and the West. Across the 17th century, from a war we had no rest. The curse of Cromwell paid the land to the towns were red with blood. The battle of the Vine was fought, William James and foreign horse. You'll never beat the Irish, no matter what you do. Oh, you could put us down and keep us out, but we'll come back again. Come on, you know we are the fighting Irish, and we fight until the end. You know you should have known you'll never beat the Irish. But a thunder, vagabond, hid away, cheating, stealing, dilly at the day. Duncan, diving, vagabond, hid away, dilly at the low, the dilly at the day. But a thunder, vagabond, hid away, cheating, stealing, dilly at the day. Duncan, diving, vagabond, hid away, dilly at the low, the dilly at the day.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. A very, very warm welcome to the announcement of the Community Wellbeing Initiative winners. My name is Jackie Maguire. I'm Chief Executive here with Meath County Council. And for those of you who, I suppose, have engaged with us over the years, you'll appreciate that this is not normally how we hold awards nights. But we're very glad that you're joining us virtually from across the county. And I suppose be assured that those of us, the few of us that are here in the offices of Meath County Council, we are observing all the current public health guidance, and that has been very much to the forefront in our preparations for this event here this evening. I'm delighted to say I'm joined here this evening by the Cathaoirleach of Meath County Council, Councillor David Gilroy, and indeed the Cathaoirleach of the 5 of our municipal districts that are participating. Councillor Paul McCabe, Cathaoirleach of Kells MD, Councillor Tom Behan, Cathaoirleach of Laytown-Bettystown MD, Councillor Francis Dean, Mayor of Navan, Councillor Damien O'Reilly, Cathaoirleach of Ratoath MD, and Councillor Ronan Moore, Cathaoirleach of Trim MD. I suppose for some of us it's hard nearly at times to remember back, but when the restrictions were first announced by the then Taoiseach Leo Varadkar back in late March, the response, I'd have to say, from both individuals and community groups from across the county offering to provide assistance to those who need it was absolutely phenomenal. We had over 100 groups registered as part of the community call in Meath. As a local authority, you know, we've always known how great our communities are, but I think this of all years has proved the resilience that is within our communities, and you know, we're very proud to be able to say we have such community spirit as we have seen here in the county. It has been, you've given an amazing response, either providing whatever assistance was needed, both during the pandemic, during the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic, and I think in particular in the subsequent strict restrictions that we all found ourselves living in. The purpose of this initiative here is to recognise the wonderful work groups have undertaken in direct response to supporting their communities locally during that crisis, and I suppose the one that still continues to remain with us. There was many initiatives, whether they be wellbeing initiatives, whether big or small. I think they just demonstrated how groups out there, how they looked after both the physical and indeed the mental well-being of everybody that was living in your community. We saw events such as virtual bingo nights, indeed concerts and physical training sessions on the local green, and indeed in particular local groups, particularly like the GAA clubs, carrying out tasks for those asked to stay at home, and whether that was picking up groceries or medications, or indeed just calling round to have that distant cup of tea and a friendly chat in the garden. And they're just a few examples of the excellent initiatives and activities organised by all numerous community groups across the county. And I sincerely want to thank all of you, not just the winners, but all of you, all of the many, many groups. You all know who you are out there, for all that you have done over the past 9 months. The interactions that you've had, are immeasurable. And it's really hard to quantify it at times, but except to say that, we all know, and indeed in particular your local communities know, that they are better off because of all of your initiatives over that period of time. So look, to move on, and enough of me talking, the Cathaoirleach from each of the participant municipal districts will announce the winners for their district very shortly. But firstly, I would like to invite the Cathaoirleach of Meath County Council to say a few words to you. So, Cathaoirleach, Councillor David Gilroy.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Good evening, everybody. My name is Councillor David Gilroy, and I am fortunate enough to have been selected by my councillor colleagues to be the Cathaoirleach of Meath County Council this year. It's a very deep personal honour to myself and to my family, and I do appreciate their support and the support that I continue to have from my colleagues and from the communities that we represent. So I'm delighted to be here tonight at the announcement ceremony of the winners of the wellbeing initiatives. I hope as many as possible of yourselves have been able to tune into the YouTube channel and to be able to view in on the recognition that you are rightly receiving tonight. And I think it's very important, and it's a great thing that the council has taken on to do in these different times. Tonight is an opportunity to say thank you to you, your community, the community volunteers of County Meath. Your work since March has been very difficult at a very specific and unique time in our history, and the response from the communities of County Meath and nationally, in fact, have been outstanding, and you should be commended and are being commended and deserve to be commended for that great work. I suppose the fact that you have decided to come out and support your friends, your neighbours, your community is something that marks our communities out as something special, and particularly where you've taken the time to help those who maybe need a little bit more help, those who may be a little bit more vulnerable, and those of us who could just do with a little bit of a dig out in all of the ways that communities can help each other. You've made sure that people are taken care of, that they have everything that they practicably need, that there was somebody there to check in with them, that someone there to talk to them, had someone there to help them through this time, to help them how to figure out how to hear Mass on Facebook, how to get them to the doctors, to do all of the things that we would normally take for granted, or the new things that we've had to learn. And we sometimes need a little bit of extra support in those things as well. And you have offered that support to your neighbours and your friends, to our communities. So while these things might seem like small things, they are the sum of us. They are what makes our communities great. And that all of these things, you can be certain and sure that your representatives who who do such a great job representing you here in Navan when we come together as a group to share stories about our community activities. Those shared stories are what are helping everybody get through this time. So the idea was to, obviously Pride of Place wasn't something that could take place this year, so a new sense of a new initiative was needed to be considered and created to mark this year. And I suppose the first challenge that you would be faced with that is, how do you categorise decency? How do you categorise decent acts, good acts, acts of kindness? How do you compare one with another? It's a very almost impossible deed. But in order to recognise people's contribution and to be able to formally recognise it, certainly there has to be some kind of way of categorising it. And what we have done is we've attempted to do that, and I hope that we've done it. I think that Karen and her team have done a great job, and I hope that you feel, and I'm sure you will feel the same once you kind of have an opportunity to reflect on tonight's winners. So the four categories that were kind of finalised with, obviously, are social inclusion, well-being, entertainment, and innovative projects. So you'll hear about the supports that you provided and other communities provided. It's an opportunity to continue to learn, because we're not out of the woods yet. You know, there are some projects that you will hear of tonight that may be of benefit to your communities going forward, and maybe something that you might connect with the winners of tonight, or the people you hear of tonight, that you might connect with them and run these programs within your own community, if not already. Unfortunately, not everybody can get a prize, but as you know yourself, it's not for the prizes we do these things. We don't do it for the thanks, but it's nice to get the thanks all the same. When you get and tonight is really about saying that. It's about saying thank you for taking the time to consider your neighbours, your friends, and for doing things that maybe you didn't have to do. And it's doing those things that you maybe didn't have to do that sum us up, who say who we are. And when we reflect on this time, and when we emerge, as we will emerge, and we re-emerge back into this new world, whatever shape that takes, we hope that we can take these learnings with us, that we can understand that we have had an opportunity. We've been forced to slow down, to not be so busy, to look at ourselves and look at our worlds and see, is it necessary to be as busy as we were? Or what were we busy doing? And it's given us an opportunity to look on maybe some of the values that we were too busy to consider, to look in on people who maybe we just didn't think to do it. So this is an opportunity now to mark that and to recognise that. So I won't keep you here too long. I think there's plenty of very excellent people going to step up after me now. And obviously I'd like to wish you all the very best. Thank you for your work to date. Encourage you to continue doing the great work, and to know for sure and for certain that both the executive and your local representatives, the councillors who I represent here tonight and who are my fellow Cathaoirleach, you'll be getting an opportunity to see them as well. You know, we very much value your contribution, your work, and we measure ourselves by how you view our work. So that's all really I have to say. Of course, before I leave, it's very important, of course, to recognise the extra contribution of Karen Dalton and her team, the community group, the community department who put so much work into this and are in the background all of the time, and we're up here wearing the jewellery or wearing the chains and getting the recognition where the work has been done in the background consistently, solidly, and always with the best of intention to make sure that the supports that we may need as communities can be there if it's at all possible. So, Gora Míle Maith Agam, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you very much for your continued support in what makes our county such a wonderful, wonderful place to live. Thank you.
Gora Míle Maith Agam, Cathaoirleach. I'm delighted to be here on behalf of the Kells Municipal District and on behalf of my councillor colleagues in Kells and North Meath. I want to thank all of the community and voluntary groups across Kells and North Meath who have worked so hard and so diligently over these past few months in supporting our communities. You are all a credit to Kells and to North Meath. And now on to the important business of the night, the announcement of the winners. First up is the social inclusion category. In third place we have Kilmainham GFC, and in second place is the Order of Malta Kells Cadets. Well done and congratulations to both groups. The winner of this category acted very quickly to establish a network of support in their village. They started with an intense communications strategy to alert the community of the services they wished to provide. The service itself was two-pronged. It allowed those who are cocooning to get their groceries and messages, but it also had a huge social dimension, with many people who lived on their own being afforded a regular, distanced chat with a friendly and local face. The winning group see this project as the beginning of what they hope to be a bigger support project in their area. And I'm delighted to say the winner is Minalty Community Council. Congratulations. The next category tonight is the Wellbeing Project. The judges awarded a special merit in this category to a fantastic organisation, and that's to Kilberry Amenity and Heritage Group for their project. So congratulations to Kilberry. In third place is Carlinstown Kilbeg Community Development, and in second place is Railway View Residents Association in Nobber. In first place in this particular category, the Wellbeing Project, is a group who progressed an innovative project which was being undertaken to help provide people and help improve the mental health and the well-being of local people. The development of their sensory garden project has benefited all those who attended. Every element has been designed to evoke one's senses, from curved walls to carefully selected planting for their impact on all senses. The group also organised care packs for the vulnerable and those living on their own within the community. These packs included many items and encouraged many activities, including reading, poetry and painting, and even included some treats as well. I'm sure you will all agree that they are very worthy winners here tonight, and they are Ballinacree Community Association. Congratulations. And the final category tonight for the Kells Municipal District is the Innovation Project. In second place, we have St Mary's Villas Residents Association in Minalty. The winners in this category decided to raise awareness about the importance of biodiversity within their community. They encouraged the residents of their town to use the time spent at home to learn about the simple steps that we all can take to support our local biodiversity. They decided to hold a competition to promote nature-friendly actions and projects within the town. This project provided the residents with an activity during the strict restrictions, which provided an educational opportunity for all, while also encouraging people to get out and enjoy nature. A very, very worthy winner. Congratulations to Athboy Tidy Towns. And to conclude, I want to thank all of the groups who participated, the winners and those that didn't win tonight. You are all a credit to the Municipal District in Kells and North Meath. And I want to also join with the Cathaoirleach of the Council in thanking the Community Department of Meath County Council for all their dedication and commitment to the communities of the entire county. I'm now going to hand over to my good friend and colleague, Councillor Tom Behan, the Cathaoirleach of the Laytown-Bettystown Municipal District, to come forward to announce the winners of the Laytown-Bettystown District. Gura míle mágat.
Thank you, Councillor McCabe. I'm delighted to be here this evening as Cathaoirleach of the Laytown-Bettystown Municipal District, and a warm welcome to all of you watching at home. On behalf of my fellow Laytown-Bettystown councillors, I want to thank you all for your amazing and selfless support which you have provided to your community. Without it, the restrictions would have been so much tougher on all the people in your community. So with that, you have our great thank you, and we're so grateful for everything that you've done. So without further ado, we'll go on to the announcement of the winners of Laytown-Bettystown. Our first category is social inclusion. In second place is the Laytown-Bettystown GFC. Well done. Now on to the announcement of the winner. The volunteers in the winning group were quick to identify that they could provide assistance to the community with a wide variety of skills at their disposal. These included plumbers, electricians, nurses, Gardaí, and a wide range of other professions. They carried out over 600 individual tasks during the first restrictions, providing assistance to the community, such as grocery shopping, collecting parcels, collecting pensions, driving people to appointments, replacing a dishwasher, dog walking, and even providing meals to a monastery. The community has become a much smaller and close-knit place as a result of their actions, and they are to be highly commended. It is my huge congratulations to the winners of the social inclusion category, that is St. Columkille's GA Club. Well done. Next up is the Wellbeing Project category. The judges have awarded a Special Merit Award under this category to the Meath LGBTQ Support Group for their project. So my congratulations to them. In third place is the Feel Good Project in Deleek, and in second place, going to St. Columkille's GA Club. My congratulations to them. Our winners in this category recognise that during the initial stages of the pandemic, a lot of parents found maintaining a routine in the family home challenging. This group provided families with resources on parenting, booklets for children so they could get an understanding of COVID-19, age-appropriate activities to help curb boredom and assistance with planning a daily routine. They also ran a 4-week parental wellbeing program focusing on the improving self-care and well-being practices. The participants of this program felt less isolated and lonely as they were able to interact with their peers and focus on positive practices. This was a very worthwhile project and a very worthy winner. And with this, my congratulations goes to the East Coast Family Resource Centre. Well done and congratulations. And the next category this evening for Laytown-Bettystown is entertainment. The winners have hosted a social event every Friday night in their clubhouse since November 2010. As with many events, this could not continue during the pandemic. However, this group recognised that for many participants, the social event was the only connection they had to their community, and in some cases, their only night out every week. With the majority of attendees now cocooning, the volunteers from this group recognised the importance of some social interaction and got together to organise a Zoom bingo night to take over from the usual Friday night bingo slot. The event was well received, and not only the regular bingo players taking part, but a cohort of new players and families all joining in. The project is a great success, and congratulations to our winners, Laytown-Bettystown GFC. Well done. And the final category this evening for the Laytown-Bettystown district is the Innovative Project. The winning group created a plan to help occupy residents during the restrictions. They identified a number of projects that could be carried out while adhering to restrictions. They arranged to provide the volunteers with their own equipment, which they kept in their homes, so they could work safely and when suited them. They created garden projects so volunteers could work in a safe and distant space. Items were made by volunteers in their own homes and then brought and installed in the garden space. By advertising the projects, they have attracted more volunteers. This group recognised that there were some people who were unable to travel home because of the pandemic and made contact with the English Language Institute in Drogheda, inviting the students to help. This allowed the students to meet with others while socially distancing and give them a purpose and an opportunity to learn English. This group also looked at how they could support businesses as they started to reopen. I'm sure you will agree that Bettystown Tidy Towns are very worthy winners, and my congratulations to them. Well done. Like my colleagues before, I want to take this opportunity to thank all the groups who participated, from my own district in the Laytown-Bettystown area, my huge congratulations and thanks to our winners and all our participants for the massive work you have done throughout the community and for the support you have given throughout this pandemic. So with that, I'm going to pass you over to my colleague, Councillor Francis Dean, Mayor of the Navan Municipal District, to announce the winners of the Navan District. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Behan, and congratulations to all the winners so far. I'm delighted to be here this evening as Mayor of Navan District and on behalf of my fellow Navan District Councillors, I want to thank all the volunteers and community groups for all of their support you provided to the communities over the last number of difficult months. And now on to the announcement of the winners of Navan Municipal District. The first category is social inclusion. The winners in this category developed a number of strategies during the health emergency, building on their already established support practices. They offer tips and advice through their magazine. They explain their food bank, held vital social events to help generate community spirit and raise awareness. They shared good news stories, put together a research team paying particular attention to mental health issues and providing information on mental health programs and supports that were available. Congratulations to Cor Mead. Well done. The next category is Wellbeing Project. The judges have awarded a special merit to the Orchard Residents Association for their project. Well done. In third place is Parkville Football Club, and in second place is Blackcastle Residents Association. Well done. The winning group went on to great lengths to continue to provide support to the young people of the county. They did this through online platforms, endeavouring to connect with young people in a way to ensure their mental health concerns were addressed and they were supported. They put together and distributed mental health care packs to over 100 people. These packs were well based on a 5-a-day wellbeing message: give, connect, keep learning, take notice, be active, and contained items to support this message. The young people stated that online support and the care packs gave them relief and provided them with coping mechanisms. A very worthy project, and congratulations to Youth Work Ireland Meath. Entertainment in the next category. Keeping the entertained is so important during these times, and this group recognised this and provided a safe social outlet for the residents of their estate. They used their surroundings to their advantage and arranged a social distance bingo event on a green space in their estate. All residents were invited to attend. The residents who lived off the large green area set up their driveway, and other residents brought garden furniture to set up on the green. The event proved a big success, where families were able to get out of the house and engage in a social distance safe activity. Congratulations to Clonmagadden Fort Residents Association. The final category for Navan Municipal District Innovative Project. Very early in the health crisis, the people of this group provided support, were identified as being in at the risk category, which led to them being one of the first organisations to close their doors. But physically closed doors by no means meant that they were going to stop providing services or supports to their members. They immediately started to remodel their services in their own words. Instead of bringing out our members to services, we brought the service to our members in their homes. Technology played a very big part in this, presented its own challenge in getting everyone trained up, but this was overcome as people became more familiar and more confident with technology. Many online classes were run, including empowered computer, advocate, cooking and gardening, to name a few. These were all great success. They also linked with other agencies and supports, including Loudmead Education Training Board. Congratulations to all. Irish Wheelchair Association, well done. Finally, I want to thank all the groups who participated from Navan District, and congratulations to all the members. And I want to thank Karen Dalton and Audrey Norris from the community section for organising this event tonight. It hasn't been easy with the crisis we had over the last couple of months. So I now invite Councillor Damien O'Reilly, Cathaoirleach of Ratoath Municipal District, to come forward and announce the winners for the Ratoath District. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dean. I'm delighted to be here this evening as Cathaoirleach of Ratoath Municipal District, and welcome to those watching from home. On behalf of my fellow Ratoath councillors, I want to thank you for all the amazing and selfless support you have provided to your community. Without it, the restrictions would have been so much tougher on people in your community. Well done, and thank you all. And now, on to the announcement of the winners for Ratoath Municipal District. The first category is Social Inclusion this evening. In second place is Ardley Residents Association. Well done. The winning group undertook a number of initiatives to support their members during the health crisis. These included a buddy system with virtual check-ins on WhatsApp every Tuesday morning. Those members who didn't have a cocoon provided additional supports for their colleagues who did by carrying out shopping or delivering DIY supplies to them so they could carry on with the shed projects and keep busy. Regular phone calls and words of encouragement were provided for those living alone or had underlying health conditions. They also encouraged their members to take part in online events, one of those being a daily music session streamed from Guidor in County Donegal. All of these activities and more meant that the members were fully supported during a very difficult time. Congratulations to Ratoath Men's Shed. Our next category this evening is the Wellbeing Project. The judges awarded a special merit in this category to Kilmessan Juvenile Hurling Club. Well done. In third place is Ardley Residents Association, and in second place is Treble Children's Choir. Now on to the winners in this category. The group made excellent use of established links in the community. They contacted their local supermarkets and pharmacies to offer assistance with deliveries. A WhatsApp group was set up with an impressive number of 50 volunteers who made themselves and their cars available for deliveries. Approximately 4,500 deliveries took place over a 77-day period over a sizable geographical area. They were also registered for Meath's community call and supported a number of people through this initiative. The manager of the local SuperValu noted that it was the greatest community response that he had seen in 17 years in Dunshaughlin or his entire retailing career. The support this group provided to so many meant that the vulnerable in the community were taken care of, not only with food and medicine supplies, but it meant they were checked in on regularly. Congratulations to Dunshaughlin GAA and Royal Gales LGFA. The next category we have this evening is entertainment. Our winners organised a number of events suitable to each age group to keep the members occupied and entertained. A virtual camp with a full agenda and timetable of activities was held. It was designed so that everyone in the household could take part and include Zoom check-ins throughout the day, preparing favourite camp meals and games for all. Another event was to take part in the Hike for Hope campaign, which entailed replacing their usual hiking events to a virtual one, where the scouts were asked to climb flights of stairs at home while raising funds for a great cause. Zoom check-ins took place during the day to offer support and engagement. The group keep increasing their target as they climbed, with the final tally being a very impressive 46,658 steps, the equivalent of Mount Everest. The group well and truly kept themselves and their families entertained. Well done, and congratulations to 7th Scout Group Dunshaughlin. Thank you. Now, on to our final category for Ratoath Municipal District, which is Innovative Project. The winning group's project started very informally, born from a desire to provide support and a sense of connection to their 60 members. However, this grew into something much bigger, with the wider community becoming involved. Individual choir members recorded themselves singing a hymn or reciting a reading or prayer. These individual recordings were then put together into one single piece of literature that was shared online with the wider community. This initiative grew every week with more and more people and community groups getting involved, including active retirement, local business, First Communion and confirmation children, local schools, local sports clubs, young people and first-line defenders. By their final literary, over 270 individuals had taken part. A very remarkable project. Congratulations to Kilmessan Parish Choir. Finally, I would like to thank all the groups who participated from the Ratoath Municipal District, and congratulations to all our winners. I'm going to invite to my colleague Councillor Ronan Moore, Coherlock Trim Municipal District, to announce the winners for the Trim District. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Riley, and congratulations to all of the winners so far. I'm delighted to be here this evening as the Coherlock of Trim Municipal District, and on behalf of my fellow Trim District Councillors. I want to thank the volunteers and community groups for all their support you have provided to our community over the last number of months. It has and continues to be phenomenal. Like many of my fellow councillors this evening, I only discovered the winners, and it's great to see so many familiar faces and also see the wealth of our community groups that continue to be active in our locality. So on to our winners. The first category is that of social inclusion. In third place is Meath Community Drug and Alcohol Response MCDAR, while in second place is St James's Camino. So well done to both groups on their projects. In first place is a group that aspire to be person-centred in all that they do, using natural community supports to enable their service users to be included and integrated in the community. Throughout the health crisis, they have continued to work with their service users and their family. As with many support services, they were forced to close their doors so they set about to identify the supports they were needed. These included grocery and prescription collection and drop-offs, outreach supports, daily check-in calls to families, online meetings so their service users could see their friends and their key workers, and they increased Facebook activities to help everyone feel connected, something I know many extra hours were put into. Mental health and well-being were also actively monitored and clinical supports were offered as necessary. They also repurposed their building to an emergency respite house should it be needed. And in addition, they prepared health passports for their service users with details of how doctors and nurses could best support them should they become unwell. This was truly a wonderful response. A great pleasure. I'd like to announce Prosper Meath Trim Service as the winners. Congratulations. Our next category is for Wellbeing Project, and the judges have awarded a special merit to the Ladies Gaelic Football Association Clonard. So very well done to you. Third place goes to the Trim Family Resource Centre, and second place to Beliver Community Council, and again, well done. For the winning group of volunteers, helping comes as second nature to them. So when the health emergency struck and they were asked to stand down, it meant that they couldn't attend any calls in their area and help in the way they were used to, but they found other ways that they could. They volunteered to help with the Be On Call for Ireland initiative and undertook volunteer duties on behalf of the National Ambulance Service and also locally as part of Meath's Community Call. They reached out to local essential shops offering to make deliveries to those who needed them, all while keeping up with their training so that their skills were up to date and they were ready to get back to doing what they love as soon and as safe as it was to do so. Congratulations and well done to the Summerhill Community First Responders. Final category for Trim this evening is Innovative Project. And in second place is Meath Community Drug and Alcohol Response, MCDAR, and again, well done. As we all know, finishing school is a rite of passage, and unfortunately for thousands of students this year, that what would have been their last days at school were actually in their homes rather than schoolyard or classrooms with their friends and teachers. One group of primary school students wanted to mark this milestone for their 47 6th class students by creating a unique keepsake which recorded their 8 years in primary school. The project was a collaboration between parents, students, teachers and the local Gaelic football club. The parents were asked to forward photos of their students for inclusion, and the students were asked to answer some questions about their time in primary school. The end result is a school yearbook for all of them to look back at over the years to come and to cherish these memories. The project has generated a feeling of goodwill and provided huge enjoyment and a much needed distraction to all involved. So again, I'd like to congratulate Beliver GFC on their very worthwhile project. Well done. I want to thank all the groups who participated from the Trim Municipal District and offer my congratulations to all of our winners across the county. And finally, I would like to invite Ms. Jackie Maguire, our Chief Executive, for some closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Moore, and indeed all the councillors. I think and I'd hope all of you that are joining us out there, I suppose, are overwhelmed like myself with the excellent projects that we have acknowledged here this evening. So on my own behalf, to thank and congratulate each and every one of you. Well done to you. And I suppose most importantly to say to you, the Community Department will be in touch with you over the coming week or so in relation to the prize giving, because there is prize giving at the end of this. So we will be in touch with you, either Karen or some of our colleagues in the Community Department. And I think listening to a lot of the projects, what is really demonstrated, or what was evident for me in it, is that strong communities keep us safe and support us when things are really difficult. People rally round when things get tough, and indeed they celebrate when there are happy occasions. And there have been happy occasions to celebrate during these last 9 months as well. So, and I suppose, we're all looking forward, and hopefully it's not too far away where we can all gather again together to be able to celebrate these things. And hopefully the next time we're talking to you, the communities, we will be talking to you, we will be all present, and particularly we'll be all safe. So look, I again want to extend a particular thank you to all the Cathaoirleach for coming in this evening to make the announcements. Thank you very much for doing that. I know you're very busy with everything you have to do, and but we really do appreciate you taking the time. I want to thank the staff here in the council, particularly Karen. I know she's been referenced by some of the members and she's getting embarrassed at this stage, I can see her. A lot of you would be familiar with Karen from your engagement with us, but indeed all of the staff in the community department under the leadership of Fiona Fallon. They've done Trojan work over the past 9 to 10 months in this particular circumstance. But again, I want to thank all the other staff, and while this is a virtual event, a lot still had to go into organising tonight. Audrey from Corporate Services here this evening to ensure it all ran smoothly. But again, thank all the staff in communities and facilities, and indeed you can't see him, but Darren is here to make sure everything is working technically fine, and I'm sure it did, and I really hope that you, the participants out there who were able to join us, enjoyed this evening. So look, thank you again for participating with us and for taking the time to join in with us. But I think it was the Cathaoirleach that mentioned, everybody can't be a winner, but really in your own right you are the winners. All of what you do is done on a voluntary basis, and 2 words, thank you, seem very small to be able to say that to you, but it really is really appreciated. So thank you again to everybody, all of the community groups, all of the volunteers who did all of your huge initiatives and continue to do that in the coming weeks. So look, it just remains for me to wish you a good night, but I suppose above all to stay safe. Thank you again for joining us.
Travelling from the sky, she's as nice as an apple pie, and she'll get her